Everyone knows Niagara Falls, and for good reason. But while it's New York's most famous waterfall, it's only the beginning. Just a short drive away, winter reveals a quieter side of the state, where waterfalls don't require crowds or long hikes, and beauty is often waiting right along the road. So come along with us as we discover New York's winter wonderland of waterfalls. You don't need remote wilderness or long hikes to experience New York's natural beauty. In Rochester, the Genesee River cuts straight through the heart of the city, dropping nearly 100 feet over High Falls before continuing north to Lake Ontario. By day or by night, it's a reminder that some of the state's most impressive waterfalls exist right alongside city streets, bridges, and riverwalks, woven into everyday life in the middle of it all. Just upstream, that same river carves its way through one of New York's most dramatic landscapes.
From Inspiration Point at Letchworth State Park. Highly rated. America's #1 state park. Here in winter time, much of the park is open, but much of it is also closed. But this is just breathtaking. Also, this is the Grand Canyon of the East. Stunning. There's the Glen Iris Inn. I believe you could stay there during the summer season, but it is winter. But right next to the Glen Iris Inn is this. Absolutely stunning piece of natural icework. A water spring flowing out through the top, and it just builds with ice over time. These formations are just spectacular. Just behind the Glen Iris Inn, right by the ice volcano in the winter, this is Middle Falls.
What makes Letchworth even more remarkable is how accessible it truly is. Well-maintained paths and overlooks make it possible to experience these falls year-round, even in the winter, without long hikes or technical terrain. As the river continues downstream, the landscape opens up, revealing a gorge carved over thousands of years, stretching for miles and plunging hundreds of feet below the rim. It's this scale and depth that have earned Letchworth its nickname, the Grand Canyon of the East.
Chimney Falls, Montour Falls, New York. Nice pretty bridge. Waterfall just pouring seemingly into this house. So pretty.
The rushing falls after snow melt.
Just down from Chimney Falls, this is Aunt Sarah's Falls. As winter starts to break, Aunt Sarah's Falls.
I don't know who Aunt Sarah is.
Here in Montour Falls, the sounds of passing cars is just part of the experience. A reminder that these waterfalls exist right in the middle of everyday life.
At Eagle Cliff Park, not far from Montour Falls, New York. The trail is closed, still frozen, a lot of the walkways, a lot of the cliff walls, but the thaw is coming, and with the thaw come the rushing of the falls from the snowmelt. So pretty.
Usually no one would ever want to park on a bridge. So why put this sign here? Because that is gorgeous.
Here is Lake Seneca. Seneca Lake of the Finger Lakes, flowing into Seneca Lake. You will hear the sound behind me. Across a fairly busy road. Hector Falls. Cascading down. So beautiful.
Old remains of industrial works and tunnels in Ithaca, New York. Here we have Ithaca Falls.
Right in the heart of town of Ithaca, home of Cornell University. This entire region, just even around Ithaca, is just filled with waterfalls. It's beautiful, gorgeous ones. In the right season, you could hike to them without the wintry conditions. Here, you shall see even just the spray of Ithaca Falls is icing up right around. Many of the other ones around this area are closed. The gorges, the trails are closed to get to them for a few weeks until, I don't know, probably mid to late April, just to be on the safe side. So if you ever have the opportunity to go, water is rushing and flowing from the snow melt that's still there, but there's still a lot of water lifted off. Finger Lakes region is just awe-inspiring. These waterfalls, just the single ones that we've seen in Montour Falls, Rockledge Planet, and I think it's beautiful. I'd love to spend the entire week just in the region, exploring all of the waterfalls around the Finger Lakes. The Honeoye Falls, New York Coast Offer. Right across the street. You hear that sound. There's a mill for the water. It's really cold, but it's really pretty.
As winter carries us north toward Lake Ontario, the water begins to shape the land in new ways, not through sudden drops, but through time, wind, and erosion.
If my math is right, 204 steps from the bottom to the top of the bluff trail.
This is the one place on our journey where the road gives way to a climb, a short but steep ascent that rewards you with one of the most striking winter landscapes along Lake Ontario. Especially in winter conditions, be sure to take your time, but once you reach the top, Lake Ontario tells a very, very wonderful story.
Right where the land meets Lake Ontario, east of Rochester, west of Syracuse. And look at those bluffs over there. Almost looks like we're in a Star Wars movie or something, like from another planet.
New York's winter landscapes don't demand isolation or extremes, just curiosity, a willingness to slow down, and sometimes a short drive down the road, from cities to small towns to the edge of Lake Ontario and state parks in between. Winter reveals a side of the state many travelers never ever see, and often it's the quiet places that leave the strongest impression. Thanks for riding along with us, and we'll see you in the next one.